Johnny Somali is royally cooked. He is facing more charges. That means more time in prison. And this specific charge carries a maximum sentence of 10 years just for this one charge. Now, later on in the video, I'm going to show you a table of charges which have been laid against Johnny, and that amounts to 6. One thing I've got to say though is I keep saying this in my videos and people are not picking up what I'm putting down. So let me try and explain it again. People are saying in my comments that Johnny Somali is free. And yes, he is. He is walking around South Korea, technically free, even though he can't work, he can't earn any money, and he has had his passport confiscated. So why is that a bad thing? Well, it's quite simple. All the time Somali is free, he is committing more crimes and having more charges laid against him. So his court date is actually getting further and further and further away because of the way the Korean justice system works. So him being free for him is really bad. He would have been better off if the Koreans did what most countries do, which is bring the charges, take him to court, find him guilty, and put him in jail. Then this would have been over a long time ago for him, and he would either have been put in jail for a small amount of time, he would have been fined for the charges that he pled guilty to that carry fines, and technically he could be a long way through his sentence and on his way to getting deported back to America. But instead, he is still in South Korea. He is still committing more crimes and having more charges stacked up against him. So his court date is getting further and further away. Well, I must say it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, but that is what I've been trying to tell you through these videos. Now we're going to hear from Legal Mindset, and he's going to tell us about this new charge and the sentence it carries.
So we've got an update here today. This is hot off the presses as of today, Korea time. So let's talk about the new crime, shall we? So here is what we have. Brand new as of today. We have today, May 8th, 2025, Ramzi Khalid Ismail has been officially charged with a second count. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, not one, but 2 counts of the violation of the Special Act on Crimes for the distribution of false video deepfakes. This effectively doubles his maximum possible criminal penalty for deepfakes. There are now 2 charges. Each charge has a max of 10.5 years. Thus, the max penalty now he faces is 21 years in prison just for deepfakes. And then, because we have other charges, remember, we've got other charges, that's another 10 years stacked on. So he's looking at up to 31 years. That's the maximum amount now. 31 years in Korean prison is the new maximum that the court can assign him.
So as Legal Mindset has just said, his charges stack up and there are 6 against him. So we're going to look at this chart, and on it, the first crime he committed, it was when he was throwing the noodles, and it's the crime of obstructing a business. That carries a maximum sentence of 5 years. The next 2 crimes don't carry a prison sentence, and Johnny will be fined for those, and he's already pleaded guilty to these first 3. Now, the next one is him causing chaos again in another business and disrupting it, which carries another 5 years. And then we've got the 2 deep fake crimes, which carry 10 years each. So that comes to a total of 30 years maximum prison time.
So those deepfake charges were pending against him. So all of those charges are coming against him, and they're separate. And what that means is that he can get hit with double the penalties. And even if there was a settlement, a quote unquote settlement with Bong Bong, which is, remember, his whole big legal talk, his whole big legal strategy was, we're going to settle with Bong Bong. We're going to settle with the female victim. We're going to pressure her. And they wanted to threaten her because she showed the image on her stream as well. But she showed it to show how mad she was about it, being like, this is wrong, right? So he tried to blackmail the victim. Not only did that fail, it literally backfired in his face. When he tried to blackmail the female victim, the prosecutor probably saw this and said, oh, hell no, we're going to double down and give you another one. And by the way, there will be no settlement on that one because it's with the Korean YouTubers that you are literally attacking and threatening with defamation. Remember, guys, Hank and Johnny have been threatening to sue the Korean YouTubers and myself, by the way, threatening to sue me with defamation in Korea. Do you think that people that you threatened to sue, and you are suing, you literally said you're suing them, you were threatening Dalgun, you're threatening some other people, do you think they're going to come to some settlement with you? By the way, that doesn't even really work in Korean court. Even if they were to say, oh yeah, we agree, they still, the prosecutor could still bring it. Their whole big brain legal strategy just got nuked from orbit.
Every single time Johnny Somali goes on live, he threatens somebody else. And all the time he's doing that against people that are actually in Korea, those people can bring charges against him. And this is what's happening here. He has got 2 deepfake charges, but there could be more coming, more pending. And his court date each time is going to get moved because the way it works there is every time a new charge is added, the lawyer representing Johnny only gets informed about it a week before the trial date. And then Johnny and his lawyer are then saying, oh my God, we need to deal with this. We need to come up with a strategy. So therefore, they are putting the court date further away. And that is costing Hank Yu more and more and more money because he is the one that is paying for everything for Johnny. Not just the lawyer, but he's putting him up in his house and he's also paying for his food and his alcohol consumption. And all he's getting in return is more abuse, aggro from his family because they're actually supporting Hank, who is now supporting Johnny, and they're not happy about that. Johnny just keeps making the situation worse every day that goes by. So, with the way the Korean justice system works, I can't really see there being a time when Johnny's ever going to actually get in front of the judge and be sentenced at this rate because he just hasn't learned how to shut up and move on and stop creating more problems. Very sure it won't be long before there's another update and we'll be talking about this subject again. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.